It's all about beer. Canada's only dedicated beer radio show. Joe Leary and Colin Jack are just here for the beer on all-time favorites, AM 650.
That's right, Canada. First of its kind. First on the West Coast. Just here for the beer radio. Just here for the beer.com. Show number 2, Joe Leary and Colin Jack on your Tuesday evening. And again, it's always enjoyable when you can actually introduce somebody whose product is one that's on your list of go-to items. And I've said for a long time that Lighthouse is one of those products that I just love, Colin. And we're joined by Aaron Anderson, who is the territory manager of Lighthouse Brewing. Lighthousebrewing.com is the website. Welcome, Aaron. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, thank you for the invite.
Aaron, you guys have always had one of my favorite portfolios. You guys have such a wide variety of beers, and I heard that you're coming out with a couple new ones.
Oh, yeah, we've got quite a few new things on the horizon here. Our first one to talk about is our premium pack, and in the premium pack is a seasonal, which is a 6.5% winter ale. It's a rich, creamy, full-bodied ale that has a big malt flavor and a warming effect. It's kind of the opposite of the other well-known winter. It's got more of a analogy would be like a rum ball. Ours is like a rum ball. Theirs is like Christmas cake type of thing.
Cool. Now, I also know that you guys are coming out with a triple IPA, and I'm really looking forward to trying this. India Pale Ale is one of my favorite styles of beer, especially this time of year. I'm going to lie. I can't lie. I love India Pale Ale all the time.
Yeah, no, India Pale Ales are great, and this one is very exciting because it's the first of our series we're starting, which is the small brewery big flavor, and it's the 650 milliliter bottles. This one's called Shipwrecked. It's a triple IPA, 10%.
10%.
Yeah,
so.
It's twice the regular kettle time, double the pale malt, and triple the hops of a regular IPA.
Nice. I also know that you guys are involved in hopscotch this year. Can you tell the folks a little bit about hopscotch and what sort of things they can be expecting at hopscotch from Lighthouse Brewing?
Well, this year at hopscotch, what I decided to do was earlier we did the Great Canadian Beer Festival, and we decided to do a what is it called? An espresso stout infused with vodka.
And in a cask, right?
In a cask, yeah.
Cool.
And it was a humongous hit. And so I said, you know what? We need to bring it to hopscotch. We need Vancouver to try this and give it a try. And there was a thing done by Liquor Plus where they did a vote, and we were given the best beer out of 184 beers by an independent study from the Liquor Plus.
Lighthousebrewing.com is the website. Aaron Anderson is our guest, the territory manager for Lighthouse Brewing. Now, of course, we see you at Colin's beer events, just here for the beer events. But I was asking the folks from Van Island, like when you're on the front lines, you get the feedback immediately from customers trying your product a lot of times for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that, and what do you find that they're telling you, because does that help you as you go forward and perhaps looking at new varietals to offer down the road?
Oh, absolutely. That helps. Feedback is always important. I catalog everything that people say, both positive and negative, because I think, the feedback's very, very important. And that, again, is why we're doing this small brewery, big flavor series, because throughout the year, we're going to just keep bringing out a new tall bottle, which is going to be a new, unique product each time. We anticipate doing our second limited release before Christmas, and so from now till the end of the year, we're going to do about 6 to 9 different kinds.
Everybody has their own favorites of every beer company you try, and I've made no secret of mine. The Riptide Pale Ale is probably my favorite. I've experienced that at Jaeger's downtown.
Yeah,
many
fair
times. Enough. What are you finding is the most popular in the Lighthouse family?
The most popular, originally Race Rock's Amber Ale is the most popular. But
which is my favorite.
Yeah, and that was our first flagship beer. I would say in the lower mainland, the two most popular are the Fizzgard 150 Bavarian Lager and the Riptide Pale Ale.
And those are both, sorry to interrupt, those are both part of your new portfolio.
Yeah.
They've come out with
There are two newest bottles. Yeah. And the Bavarian Lager was introduced because Fizzgard is actually the oldest lighthouse in Western Canada, and it turned 150 years old this year. So, and of course it's in Victoria, where we're from. So we got together with Parks Canada and did a big event for them back in June 11th and 12th. We got the Navy involved, we got their air show involved, and we invented Fizzgard 150 in honor of them.
Very nice. That's one of my dad's favorites as well, from your portfolio for sure.
Now, I was going to say, because when you talk about a lot of people, when they look at the proliferation of craft brew, a lot of people think that the beer industry has changed so much. It's not your dad's brewery anymore. And I want to ask you, Aaron, who is the customer base largely today? Who is that prime sought-after targeted beer consumer of today?
I would say the age would start around 24 years old, right after their college years when they're done drinking their watered-down beers. And then as they get closer to 35, they really want to explore more with their flavor. And I would say 24 to 35 is the innovators, and then after that, they pretty much hold on to it, and they go with it.
And coincidentally, that's sort of the target market for justhereforthebeer.com as well.
There you go.
That's a perfect tie-in, isn't it? Now, of course, you were saying that your next event coming up is
well, the next event that we're holding is Beer Humbug on December 18th. I will be around at Hopscotch and, of course, Oktoberfest this weekend.
Right. And where can people find Lighthouse Brewing in the meantime?
You can find it at any of your government liquor stores or your local private liquor stores. Our premium pack 12-pack will be hitting all the private liquor stores this week.
And hopefully I'll be hitting a few of those this week as well.
Absolutely.
And it might be the opportunity, because Christmas is not that far down the road. It might be a nice little location to have a few of those. Aaron Anderson, a pleasure talking to you again. Thank you so much for your support. We will look forward to seeing you again. Lighthousebrewing.com.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
It is Just Here for the Beer Radio, justhereforthebeer.com.